Hello everybody, I have a math game to show you today that is a perfect game to play with younger siblings if you have some younger folks in your house, or if you are in the younger part of our classroom and aren't as experienced with numbers, this would be a good game for you. If you're older and it still looks like fun, go find a younger person to play with. A lot of you have younger siblings and it would be great for them. This might not be the biggest challenge for you if, you've been doing math for 10 years of your life already though, so keep that in mind. This is a great game to play with a buddy. So I'm going to play against my little tiny friend right here. And in fact, I'm going to have my two little tiny friends play against each other so that I can track the game and help it make sense. We're going to give them each a color. So this little tiny friend is going to write in red. And, I don't have a green pen, so it's going to be this little tiny friend instead. All right. For this game, you will need at least one die. If you have more than one die, it will go faster and be easier. And if you happen to have 10-sided die in your household, I would use a 10-sided die. But if you don't, a 6-sided one that you've gotten from whatever board game is around will work just fine. For this game, we're going to start by having each person draw themselves 3 lines. We're going to be making a 3-digit number. That means we're going to have units, tens, and hundreds in it. And this one's going to do the same. Units, tens, and hundreds. Once you played once or twice, you could go into the thousands or you could go beyond. Now, each person's going to take a turn rolling. I'm going to use this die for the little blue guy and this die for the little red guy to help keep track of whose turn it is, since there's only one of me showing you this. The goal is to build the largest number possible. So this little guy is going to go first. He rolled a 1. Now, he doesn't know what he's going to roll the other times, but since 1 is a small number, he's going to choose to put it in this spot. Now it's this one's turn. Ooh, a 6. Now, 6 is a pretty big number. You could put it in the 100 and get 600. That'd be pretty great. But later, if he rolled a 9, he might be sad. He's going to risk it. He's going to put a 6 in the hundreds and see. Okay, now this guy's turn. Ooh, he got a 5. If he puts it in the hundreds, no, he's going to put it in the tens and hope he gets something higher. All right, red guy's turn. A 1. Oh, he's going to put that in the units. All right, little blue guy. Oh, that's a 0. Now, for those of you who have played with 10-sided dice in games like Dungeons & Dragons, yes, I know that the 0 means 10. But when you're doing math games, it just means 0. That means we put a 0 there. Little red guy's turn. Got a 6. And now let's see. Who won? Little blue guy has to be able to say their number. So he says, I got 51. And little red guy says, I got 661. I win! Little red guy won. So then they need to play again. If you want a variation, I like to also play where you have a coin with you. So you build your numbers without knowing if your goal is biggest or smallest. And then at the end, you flip the coin. And if you get heads, you see who got biggest. And if you get tails, you see who got smallest. This is good work for practicing learning how to say big numbers. So let's try one more time using a lot more spaces. Let's do units, tens, hundreds, comma, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. Now let's go to millions. Millions! And then this one. Okay. I'm going to have them roll at the same time just to go faster. All right, a 3 and a 4. He's going to put the 3 here. He's going to put the 4 here. Oh, want a 1 there. That's a 7. A 7's pretty good. He's going to put that there. Okay, I pressed pause for a second so you didn't need to watch me rolling the dice 7 million times. Let's check this out. If they were going for biggest number, well, this guy says, I have 3,746,301. And this one says, I have 2,764,319. So this one won. If you have someone in your household who is just learning this work, you could help them with it. But test yourself. If you can't read this number, this is definitely a work that would be perfect for you to practice. Learning how to read numbers that are this big can take a lot of practice. See if you can find someone who wants to play with you in your house. Grab a parent if they're available. If not, go see if you have a sibling. If not, maybe you have a neighbor that you're allowed to see from a distance, like across your driveway, and you could each bring a die out to the driveway and roll dice out there. Figure out what works for you. If you're going to go outside, obviously ask your parents first so they know where you are. And have a good day. Bye, everybody.